There we go. Hello! How's everyone's night being?
Good evening, everybody.
You might notice I'm on a little later than normal. Hi, Witchy. How you doing?
Hey, Witchy.
Yeah, so we have the rest of whatever is left of this game to play today.
I can't remember how much we have left or how much they recently added from the last update.
Have a sneaking suspicion there might not be a whole lot left. But it'll be fine.
I can say we are about to get into some right proper shenanigans.
Shenanigans?
Yes, and some dealing with some Tua Daoine individuals that I am really looking forward to being able to obsess over.
Oh.
There is going to be some fun stuff coming up. There is tomfoolery.
Shenanigans, tomfoolery, perhaps causing a ruckus. This should be good. All right. I think I just click here to.
I
don't remember.
I'm trying to remember. I think we're on the Book of the Traveler.
Yeah. Okay. I just had to click again.
Yeah. Load game. There we go.
Okay, we're on chapter 5, the human of the Book of the Traveler. And we were talking to Mhaithe, yeah.
Yeah.
With a tentative silence now between us, Queen Mhaithe guides me through the gardens to a gate in the palace walls. At a glance, it seems to lead back into the forest. Strange. I wonder why Dina's residents would be outside the palace grounds if they're in the employ of the Queen. Maybe they just like their privacy. Do you have your key with you, darling? Oh no, this could go bad. In a brief attempt to save face, I pat myself down as though I were searching for something I would usually have on me. No, sorry, I must have misplaced it. Oh dear. Well, we shall have to remedy that. But no matter, I have one here. Why do you have a key to my house? Mhaithe hums softly. Mhaithe hums softly, after which she seemingly snatches a key from thin air. That is, unless I missed her digging around for a pocket in all those dress folds. It has pockets. Nevertheless, she's unlocked the gate before I can think on it much further.
Send that one to your girlfriend. Like, we have the hot elf queen back, and she has pockets.
She has pockets. As I suspected, the other side of the gate does indeed extend into the forest, but I'm surprised again by how far we end up walking. Whoever this Dina truly is, they certainly valued their privacy.
Well, they are a druid.
They have a cute little cottage. Eventually, Mhaithe and I reach a glade where a small but homey sort of cottage sits hidden away from prying eyes. The windows are dark and the garden off to the side looks overrun. Not much of a gardener for being a druid. It's been a while since anyone's been here, that's for certain. Though, strangely, the rose bushes look a bit more well-kept than the rest of the flora. Well, except for the fact that they're currently being munched on by a very, very stupid... my horse!
Yay! That's my horse.
Oh my, is that your horse, Dina? I don't think I've seen it before. I don't answer because my jaw's fallen completely slack. Can't believe what I'm seeing. But how? Why? Darby, what are you? I don't need those! I see that damn fool of a horse's ears stiffly flip backwards, but otherwise she doesn't acknowledge me at all. This fucking horse. I suppose that does answer my question. Blushing, I turn back to the Queen, rigid and alert. Yes. But we were separated.
This fucking music.
I love it. Interesting. Well, never mind. I suppose now this is where we part ways. I would invite myself inside, but I'm sure the place is overrun with dust. So I shall leave you to your housekeeping. Do keep your ear to the ground, though. I imagine I will have need for you shortly. Oh? Ah, right. Thank you, Queen Mhaithe. Hastily and very much distracted, I attempt something of a bow to the Queen before sprinting off towards Darby, my mind swirling with questions. Do try to keep out of trouble, Aaron. For a moment, I glance back over my shoulder, certain I heard Mhaithe say something else, but she's already turning out of the glade by the time I do. It's probably nothing. I shake my head and press on after Darby, who, despite my hollering, keeps chewing on those rose bushes without a care in the world. Bad horse! Stop that! You're going to get stuck here if you eat those. I wonder if that counts, actually.
I don't know. I don't think it's prepared food.
I feel... That is the thing.
I feel like the enchantment has to come from the intention.
Yeah.
Or the action of preparing the food, because then it's a case of hospitality.
Yeah. I mean,
you're
accepting
hospitality from the Fae.
Yeah. That would make sense. Like if you just then again, I feel like if you picked an apple and ate it, that would catch you as well. So it might be like, I don't know. I don't think we need to look too deep into this.
It's already too late for me because that's just my educational upbringing as a historian.
I mean, yeah. Nope. Logan.
And we got raiders.
We got raiders. Hi, Logan. Hold on, let me give you a shout out. Oh, I almost misspelled your name there. Ah, you were just chatting. What were you chatting about? I don't know if you're stuck behind an ad or something. I'm not sure I even have those. Hi. How you doing?
Good evening.
How was stream? To your right, my left. And although technically also my right because everything is mirrored for me. This is Morgan. The both of us are playing a visual novel based on Irish mythology. And so far it's going very well. We've already played through a good bit of it. This is the second installment. You were in an ad, I thought so. I should look at disabling those. I don't get any money from them. 0.1
I never
of a cent.
run ads on mine.
Yeah. From the Randy Feltface story? I don't know, Morgan, are you from the Randy Feltface story?
What?
Randy Feltface is a comedian, a puppet comedian from Australia.
I am not familiar with who they are.
They're good. They're fun. It does auto-run them, doesn't it? I don't have any... I'm pretty sure I don't have any ads that I'm running myself. So yeah, anything that you're running into, that's Twitch's fault. Unless there is something else I can turn off. I'll look at it later. But yeah, so... Irish myth, visual novel, and eventually dating sim. Of a sort, I'm told. Not sure there's actually any dating roots in here yet. I think the game ends right when we're about to get into one. Yeah, run an ad every hour and they won't run ads for you. I mean, I could do that. Yeah, we're about to go find we found our horse that ran off and got us stuck in the fairy world. We're about to go tell him to stop eating our doppelganger's roses. Darby, I'm warning you, She swallows. My head falls back as I let out an exasperated sigh. Great. Perfect. How do you feel if I just left you here, then? Leave you to the fairies. Darby's ears press down and she huffs at me. Oi! You're the one who decided to eat fairy food.
But is he eating fairy food?
I don't... I mean, I guess it's... So I guess it does come down to whether it's like food that was prepared or things that are perceived as food. So like if the horse perceives the roses as food, does that count as food to the horse and therefore part of the whole thing?
I might have to ask Pei. I might have to ask her. It's just like, hey, if I eat an apple off a tree in the Fae realm, is it the same as eating a prepared meal? And I'm forever fucked.
If you eat grass, like just shovel grass into your face, does that count?
Yeah.
If you eat one of the mushrooms from a fairy circle, does that count?
I'm not going to try that. Number one, those mushrooms are not good, if I remember correct.
Probably not. I don't know my mushrooms. Don't like mushrooms. Don't eat them.
They can't decide whether they're vegetable or meat. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
They're the most confused food in the world.
There's something else entirely. Weird. Or, fairy flowers. Anyway, point is, the first thing people tell you about the other world is that you never, ever eat the food. I clutch my stomach as it suddenly groans. Damn, how long has it been since I ate? It was night when I stumbled in here and morning when I popped out of the lake, but it still feels like morning now. The sky hasn't changed at all. I sigh, shaking my head again. But it doesn't matter how long it's been. I'm now well and truly hungry. But if I eat anything from this place, I'll be trapped here. Exclamation mark. I slap my forehead, the solution suddenly dawning on me. I cook my own food. On prata. Oh, okay, the potato. Yeah. I hurry over to Darby, but I have a sinking feeling in my gut. Please let it be there. Potato. Please let it still be there. My face falls as I search both sides of her, but it's no use. The saddlebag's gone. Damn it! I suppose I shouldn't be all that surprised. It's already a small miracle that I managed to find my horse again, but with all that's going on, I'd almost forgotten what led me here to begin with. Anything of the value my family had in the world was in that saddlebag. Even if I get Darby out of here now, how am I going to be able to face my family? I fold my arms in close, suddenly feeling very, very helpless. Drawn out of my thoughts, I look over at Darby, who I thought just made a sound. But she's still just eating the flowers, not paying me any mind at all. Da? Oh no. Oh no! I feel a slight chill run through me as another strange sound comes out of nowhere. Hurriedly, I turn around.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
And come face to face with another horse. Alright, let's see. You don't have any goat horns, so you're not a puka. I guess you could be a kelpie.
Yes, but look at the eyes.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, horses do kind of have those eyes as well. Oh.
No, I only know them to have the large circular irises.
Did actually
That's clearly a goat. That's clearly goat eyes.
That could be goat eyes. Hold on, I'm just gonna horse eye.
Also, I did look up Agaricus campestris is the most common type of mushrooms found in fairy circles, and they are edible. But I'm not gonna fucking eat them.
No, it's probably a bad idea. And horses do actually have the weird square eyes, but their eyes tend to be very dark, so they mostly just look circular.
Ah, okay.
But yes, no, okay. So they don't have horns, but that's a puka. The purple-maned beast is... Well, I mean... Alright, we'll find out. The purple-maned beast is far larger than any horse I've ever seen, and it stares at me with such an intensity that I reflexively take a few steps back. Stranger still, though. Oh! And DM Chaos says, drink! Skull, slancha.
Slancha va.
Thanks. Actually, I needed that one. It's gonna be a lot of reading. Stranger still, though. Da? Oh. Nah? Is that it can talk? Bead of sweat rolls down my forehead as I freeze, holding the creature's eyes. And yet, hi. Hello? Its gaze lingers on me a while longer. Until abruptly the horse reels back and whinnies. Bewildered, I stand and watch as it turns and gallops off into the Seelie woods with my saddlebag on its back.
Ah, thief!
Hey! Get back here with that!
Horse thief, worse than the cow thief.
Oh no, horse thief. I move without thinking, not willing to let this chance slip through my fingers. I have no idea why this other horse would have my saddlebag, but I can think about it later. I'm loving it so far.
Mm-hmm.
I bolt over to Darby and swing into her saddle. Surprised, she immediately tries to throw me off my balance, but I hold firm with my knees and pull in her reins. Oh, not this time you don't. She acquiesces to my control and kicks off into a gallop at my command, tearing off into the woods behind the, horse thief. Of course, the other horse is a good deal faster than Darby and I, so I can only just see the tail end of it through all the woods. Still, I figure the damn thing has to come to a stop eventually, and when it does... Wait, where'd it go? I reel in the reins, forcing Darby to come to a rather abrupt halt, which he's none too pleased about. I ignore her grumpy whines and protest, though, as we have a more pressing concern now. Namely, not only has the horse we were chasing just up and vanished, but it's left some kind of white, shapeless void behind it. Oh. I stare, utterly perplexed as the void ebbs and flows. Looking down at the ground, I also notice a set of hooves leading into it. Initially, I hesitate. I have no idea what this thing is or why the other horse would have run through it, assuming that it had intended to do that to begin with. Before I can really weigh my options, though, I see it begin to fade. Into the portal! Now left with a split-second decision, one that could cost me that saddlebag forever, oh, for Pete's sake. I spur Darby into the void.
Into the unknown portals.
Into the unknown. Continue to the next chapter, yes.
Yeah.
Call of the Crows. Glaik na Karoga. I feel a tugging in my navel, like some force is violently dragging me forward with a crisp wind hits my face. Whoa, now. Tugging in the reins, I call for Darby to stop so I can reorient myself. What in the hell? Ooh. Winks of golden light illuminate through the canopy of the otherwise dark and foreboding forest, now absent of any features of spring.
I know, this is my favorite one.
I mean, you gotta love a good glowing mushroom or two.
I do believe... Actually, I'll keep quiet on that.
Nothing green remains. All the trees are painted in the cool autumn hues, and the leaves fall with such frequency that I'm surprised any above remains. Impossibly large mushrooms replace the vibrant flowers and overgrowth of the Seelie forest, and the eerie silence is only occasionally interrupted by a gust of wind. I shiver in the saddle as chilly air and a steady drizzle of rain quickly permeate through my clothes. Where am I? I look behind me for any signs of the void, the cottage, or the bright morning sunlight I left behind. But all I find is more of this damp air and darkness. I scan the forest floor for any tracks that might guide me, but the horse I was chasing seems to have simply vanished into thin air. Where could it have gone? I search the canopy, but only find a few crows watching me from above. My mind swirls with confusion as I clench Darby's reins and turn her around in hopeless circles, as though that would somehow take me back to where I was. Oh, what was I thinking? I'm even more lost than I was before. I groan and throw my hands up in frustration, causing Darby to huff nervously and shift underneath me. Oh, sorry, Darby. I stroke her neck until she relaxes again. At least this time I'm not lost and alone. But what should I do? Just pick a direction and hope for the best? I have no idea where I am, much less how far I am from that lake now. Not to mention, given the sudden shift in the seasons, I can't help but fear the worst, that somehow after running through the void, more time has passed than I can afford. Wait a second. The map from Shay's output. I was thinking of clicking on the map earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I racked my brain for as many details as I can remember. That city, Mear, was it in Valius, right? Right. Wait, click up here. Can we get to the map? Was there a map thing?
Might be I.
Nope, looks like it doesn't for some reason. Alright. I pause, a realization coming to me, and remember that map called Valius, the province of spring. At first I thought it was a figure of speech, but maybe it wasn't. Could each province be stuck in a season? That would explain all these changes. I keep going down this line of thinking. Since this place is autumn, it must be Murius, I think. Can't say for sure, but knowing I haven't somehow jumped forward in time makes me feel a little better about all this. If only I had that map with me, then maybe I could find my way to the border. It seems I don't have a choice here. If I don't get going somewhere or another, then I'm just going to sit here and shiver. Resigning myself to aimless wandering, Darby and I set off in search of any signs of civilization. Caw. As we approach a dirt road deeper into the forest, more crows begin to fly in and perch in the canopy. The more the merrier, I suppose? Yeah, it's not like a collection of crows is called anything morbid. Caw.
Or represents a certain individual.
Oh. Is that who we're going to see? But in the silence of the forest, the growing audience in the canopy is a little creepy. It really does feel like I'm being watched. The increasing darkness of my surroundings doesn't help much either. An unsettling cacophony of crowing. Okay, actually maybe it is very creepy. I urged Darby into a canter and we hurried down the path, hoping to escape the uncanny atmosphere. Suppose she's coming for us still? Shut up, would you? If she is, she'll be following the sound of your yellow belly in. I gently pull on Darby's reins as I hear a group of voices up ahead of me. For a moment, I breathe a sigh of relief. That didn't take long at all. Maybe my luck is finally turning around. Everything's coming up me. Pshaw. Let her come, then. I'll give her a right proper wallop.
Not a good idea.
You'll give her a... Are you mad? She's the bleeding For the love of Angus, stop your jawing and help me move this cart. And you, if you don't stop drinking all our wares, your piss-soaked trousers are going in a ditch. So unless you fancy walking back to Gorius bare-arsed in the snow... piss off, pod. Alright, that's enough for you. Oh, don't go snatching a man's whiskey before he's finished. Snatching his whiskey. Well, there's definitely something off about the trio. One of them is unquestionably drunk, and the others seem to be restless and on edge. May not be a good idea to approach them after all. Still, I don't know when I'll be crossing another person's path. These forests are dense and intimidating and filled with who knows what. Do I really want to risk what might be one of my one chance of finding my way out of here? I clench my jaw. I don't want to turn back if I don't have to, so I resolve to inch myself a little bit forward and just keep listening in on their conversation for now. If they seem like trouble, then I'll just turn heel and be on my way. At least they don't seem to be going anywhere fast from what I can tell, squinting through the trees. Bollocks. How's anyone supposed to move around these godforsaken woods when it's always raining and making a mess of the roads? Missing home? Gods, no, I do not like to... Do I look like I enjoy freezing my tits off? What tits?
Oh no.
Ooh. You know, one of these days I'm gonna cut that tongue from your gobshite mouth. Easy up. If we're caught like this, we're all getting worse. If I thought you were gonna be such a lily-livered little coward about all this. Good sense ain't cowardice. I don't think we're gonna snatch this from the main supply lines and right under the nose of... Where else, ye Egypt? Further north you go, the less anything grows. All I'm saying is, we were doing just fine. Ah, call holding up poor bastards on the roadside fine? Wasn't much, but we made do. We should just grab what we can and get a move on. This is a right wash and you know it. Alright, yeah, maybe I shouldn't talk to them. Don't be stupid. You know how much grain's in there? We'd be living fat and happy like old King Henri for a year. Easy. The last king of Tir na nog. Not if we don't make it back. And move your hide and push. This bloody cart ain't going nowhere without more hands. You know, you're right. Oi! Where'd that drunken langer toddle off to? Uh-oh. Call. The suddenness of yet another crow up above. Oh, hooded crow. Okay. Well, that changes things a little bit. Startles me out of my skin. I huff, glaring at the little menace as it swoops down. And forces me to lock eyes. They're pretty good. I love the use of the spear with the hole in the middle. I've seen the version of that's based on in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before when I first played this, they didn't have these models, so this is a nice surprise.
They were saying that they were like doing up everyone's portraits again.
Mm-hmm.
With the drunkard peering at me through the foliage. Just pretend you don't see him. Caught off guard, I momentarily hesitate, and that unfortunately gives the drunkard enough time to lunge at me, even as I kick Darby into motion. Ugh.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. With one swift motion, the hefty brute grabs a fistful of my clothes and yanks me off Darby's saddle. I land with a thud to the muddy forest floor, watching helplessly as Darby spurs on down the path. God, we lost our horse again.
Fucking horse.
Not so fast. Actually, I'm not sure how to do this one. Spiera? Spiera. Oh, okay. Like, yeah. Probably based on the English word for spy.
Spiera.
Sure. Spiera. See, this is an informative stream. The drunkard whistles to the other bandits before dragging me to my feet and shoving me forward. I struggle against his grip, hoping to at least throw him off balance, but it's useless. He's short and stout, but as sturdy as a brick house, even sloshed. Up ahead, I finally see the scene that had been mostly hidden from me up till now. The bandits have been struggling to dislodge a horse-drawn carrot from a muddy rut. It's so well and stuck, the cart looks close to tipping over. Can't see past the sheet covering the cart's contents, but if it's all grain, then there's no way their poor horse will be able to pull all that for long. At least not by itself. As the drunkard and I meander into view, the two other bandits block Darby's path and calm her down enough to grab hold of her reins. My stomach sinks. This is not good. Not good at all. How about that, huh? The old bag Danu's smiling on us after all. Fate's brought us a horse, and a fancy bastard to boot.
I'm not a fan of those words, good sir.
Very fancy. Where are they supposed to be, anyhow? What's with the ears? They're all short and smooth. Failed to find a proper answer to any of these questions as I feel my mouth go dry. My eyes dart between the bandits, or more pertinently, the weapons at their sides. Eventually, I manage to sputter out a pitiful little plea. Please, I don't have anything of value. No? Don't look it to me. The drunkard claps me on the back, sending me stumbling right into the middle of all three bandits. I'm surrounded. It's true, though. Check me. Check my horse. I was already robbed of everything. The bandit woman snorts as I say this, giving me a disdainful once-over. You know, lads, I don't doubt it. The other bandits guffaw, and a look of understanding seems to cross all their faces. I swallow hard. How am I going to get out of this? Look, I don't want any trouble with you folks. Honest, I was just passing through. Shut it. The bandit woman stalks towards me, her hand reaching toward her waist. I'll be square with you. We're in a bit of a rush here, so I don't much care to deal with you any longer than I need to. So here's how this works. We're taking the horse, you're outnumbered, defenseless, and by the looks of it, have never been in a real scrap in your life. So unless you'd like me to paint the roadside with your entrails, best move along now. I mean, she's got a point. I don't think we're getting out of this through force.
Mm-mm.
I can't let them take Darby. I'm not losing the old girl again. Yeah. I mean, I don't think we'd make it if we're... Well,
I can't remember what I chose.
Well, I'm not leaving the horse. I'll just protest.
Yeah.
You can't have my horse. I think we can, actually. You can't have my horse. We'll help you folks dislodge your cart, but Darby's not going with you. I need her. Besides, she's a stubborn piece of work, so you'll not be wanting her anyway. The bandit woman leers at me impatiently. You're funny. With a flat smile, she unsheathes a huge and unseemly dagger. Entrails it is, then. I find myself completely frozen. Is this it? Is this how I meet my end? I suck in a breath through my teeth, awaiting the inevitable with my eyes squinted shut. That doesn't sound like the sound of entrails.
Nope.
My eyes flash open again. Out of nowhere, a mysterious woman stands between me and my assailer. Well, hello.